Have you ever wondered why some people feel calm and strong no matter what happens in their life? Why some people can face challenges without fear, anger, or frustration? The truth is, peace is not something you find outside. Peace is something you earn. And the price of peace is higher than most people realize. It requires discipline, patience, understanding, and the courage to face your own mind. Today, we will explore what peace really costs and why it is worth every sacrifice. If you stay with this message until the end, you will understand why peace is the most valuable currency in life. At English Achieve, we are here to guide you on the journey to a stronger, calmer, and more focused life. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a lesson that can transform your mind and life. Part 1. Understanding True Peace. Most people think peace means having no problems. They imagine a life without conflict, without stress, and without responsibilities. They believe that peace is found when everything around them is perfect, when everyone treats them fairly, and when life moves exactly as they want it to. But the truth is very different. True peace is not about avoiding difficulties, challenges, or discomfort. Life will always have problems. No one can live completely without stress, setbacks, or unexpected obstacles. True peace is about something much deeper. It is about how you respond to the difficulties you cannot control. It is about keeping your mind calm when the world around you feels chaotic. It is about maintaining clarity, balance, and calmness, even when everything seems to be falling apart. Peace is not something that comes from outside. It is not about having money, success, or approval from others. True peace is built from the inside. It is a skill that anyone can develop, but it requires practice, patience, and effort. Just like learning to play an instrument, learning a new language, or developing strength in your body, peace must be trained. And just like any skill, it has a cost. The price of peace is not paid with money. It is paid with attention, self-awareness, and courage. You must learn to recognize your emotions, understand your thoughts, and accept the things you cannot change. You must face the truth about yourself, even when it is uncomfortable or inconvenient. Many people avoid this process because it demands honesty and self-reflection. True peace requires looking inside yourself and admitting things you might not want to see. It asks you to accept that your anger, jealousy, or fear are sometimes choices, not just reactions to the world. This is hard to accept because it challenges the idea that life is always fair. It challenges the belief that other people or circumstances are responsible for your unhappiness. Peace asks you to take responsibility for your mind, your choices, and your actions. It asks you to stop blaming others and to stop relying on excuses. This is why peace is not easy. It costs comfort. It can be uncomfortable to face yourself honestly. It costs pride because you may have to admit that you were wrong, that you acted poorly, or that you have been avoiding the truth. It even costs illusions, because peace requires letting go of the belief that life should always be fair, or that things should always go your way. But while the price is high, the reward is worth it. When you begin to control your mind, manage your emotions, and accept life as it is, you gain a sense of calm that cannot be disturbed by external events. True peace is freedom. It is strength. It is clarity. And it starts with the willingness to look inside yourself and pay the cost. Part 2. The price of letting go. One of the most difficult prices of peace is learning to let go. Letting go of past pain, resentment, grudges, and mistakes is not something that comes naturally to most people. Human nature often makes us hold on to anger because we believe it gives us strength, power, or justice. We think that by holding on to what hurt us, we are protecting ourselves or making others pay for what they did. But in reality, holding on to anger does not harm anyone but yourself. It slowly eats away at your happiness, your focus, and your ability to feel calm. True peace cannot exist where anger and resentment live. To achieve inner calm, you must make the conscious choice to release the weight of the past. Letting go is not weakness. It is strength. It is an act of courage to forgive, not because someone else deserves forgiveness, but because you deserve to live without constant tension and pain. Forgiveness is the tool that allows you to reclaim your peace. It is not instant. It may take time, reflection, and even tears. You might have to remind yourself daily that holding on to anger is a choice, and each time you choose to forgive or release, you are investing in your own mental and emotional freedom. The process of letting go lightens your heart. You start to see situations more clearly. You act more wisely. You respond to challenges with calmness instead of reacting impulsively. You gain the ability to remain composed in situations that once made you feel frustrated, hurt, or powerless. Letting go also means releasing expectations. Many people suffer not because life is inherently difficult, but because their expectations are too high. They expect people to behave a certain way, to treat them fairly, to recognize their value, or to meet their hopes and desires. When these expectations are not met, disappointment and frustration arise, and peace becomes impossible. True peace comes from accepting reality as it is, rather than as you wish it to be. It asks you to face the truth that you cannot control everything or everyone around you. You cannot force life to be perfect, and you cannot make others act according to your desires. This acceptance can feel uncomfortable at first. It requires humility, patience, and constant awareness of your own thoughts and feelings. But the results are transformative. When you let go of both past pain and unrealistic expectations, you build a foundation of inner calm that is unshakable. No matter what life throws at you, no matter the challenges or conflicts, your mind remains steady. You gain clarity in decision-making, freedom in emotions, and strength in facing challenges. The price of letting go may be hard, requiring effort, courage, and repeated practice, but the reward is priceless. You discover a calmness and resilience that cannot be taken away by anyone or anything. Letting go is not a one-time action. It is a continuous practice. Each day offers new opportunities to release control, forgive, and accept. Every time you choose calm over anger, acceptance over resistance, or patience over frustration, you are paying the price for peace. And over time, this practice transforms your life. You become someone who moves through the world with quiet strength, calm focus, and the confidence that peace, once earned, can never be lost. Part 3. Discipline and the mind. Peace is not only about letting go or accepting reality, it is also a product of discipline. The human mind is incredibly powerful, but it can also be chaotic and unpredictable. Thoughts come and go like waves, sometimes lifting us and other times pulling us into stress, fear, or anger. If you allow your thoughts to control you, you will never experience true calm. You may feel peaceful for a moment, but the next challenge, conflict, or disappointment will disturb you. Real inner peace comes when you learn to master your mind, when you develop the ability to guide your thoughts rather than be controlled by them. Discipline in thought is the foundation of this mastery. It means recognizing negative patterns in your thinking, such as self-doubt, worry, or anger, and consciously working to replace them with healthier, more positive habits. It means training your mind to focus on what truly matters, rather than being distracted by trivial concerns or the noise of the world. Discipline also involves intentional daily practices. Starting each day with focus, gratitude, or a clear intention allows your mind to set a calm tone for everything that follows. Ending each day with reflection, evaluating your thoughts and actions, helps you identify what disturbed your peace and what strengthened it. Over time, these practices create a mind that is steady, focused, and resilient. This discipline is not easy, and it comes with a cost. It requires time, energy, and consistent effort. It demands patience, as the results are not immediate. It may involve meditation, journaling, or other forms of self-reflection to quiet the mind and understand your inner patterns. Discipline in thought also means practicing restraint. Sometimes you must choose to remain silent when your ego wants to react. You may need to resist responding immediately when someone offends or challenges you. These small sacrifices may seem insignificant at first, but they add up over time. Each moment of restraint, each choice to act with awareness rather than reaction, strengthens your mind and reinforces your inner calm. Another aspect of mental discipline is controlling your focus. The mind tends to dwell on what is wrong, what is missing, or what could go wrong. Discipline teaches you to shift your attention to solutions, gratitude, and present moment awareness. By consciously guiding your thoughts, you create a mental environment that supports peace instead of chaos. You begin to see challenges as opportunities to strengthen your mind rather than threats to your happiness. The price of this discipline is high because it requires consistent effort, awareness, and sacrifice. But the reward is priceless. Over time, your mind stops being a battlefield of fears, doubts, and anger. It becomes a sanctuary of calm, clarity, and strength. You are no longer easily disturbed by external events. Your thoughts serve you, not the other way around. Peace becomes your natural state, and your mind becomes a powerful tool to navigate life with wisdom and calmness. The effort you invest in mastering your thoughts is one of the most valuable investments you can ever make. Part 4. Courage to face yourself. Another hidden cost of peace is courage. True peace does not only ask you to remain calm in external situations. It asks you to turn inward and face yourself fully. It asks you to look at your thoughts, emotions, and habits honestly, without hiding behind excuses or distractions. Most people avoid this kind of courage. They keep themselves busy with work, entertainment, or endless activities, so they never have to confront the deeper questions within themselves. They fill their minds with noise, hoping to escape self-reflection. But peace cannot exist in a life where denial, avoidance, and distraction are the rules. Peace demands bravery, the kind of bravery that makes you willing to see yourself as you truly are. Facing yourself means asking hard and uncomfortable questions. Why do I feel anger so quickly? Why do I fear failure or rejection? Why do I allow others to control my emotions or dictate my happiness? Why do I repeat the same mistakes over and over again? These are not easy questions to answer, and they often bring feelings of discomfort, shame, or fear. Yet answering them is necessary for inner peace. Every time you examine your thoughts and emotions honestly, you shine a light on the areas where chaos, insecurity, or self-sabotage has been quietly controlling your life. Courage allows you to confront these areas, to face the inner turbulence, and to begin transforming it into calmness, clarity, and strength. Many people resist this process because it requires accountability. Facing yourself means admitting mistakes, accepting weaknesses, and recognizing your limitations. It may involve acknowledging times when you have acted selfishly, allowed fear to guide your decisions, or avoided responsibility. This is why peace is so rare. Few people are willing to pay the price. Few are willing to sit quietly and reflect, without blame, without excuses. Most choose comfort, distraction, or denial over the hard but transformative work of self-confrontation. Yet those who do embrace this courage discover something extraordinary. Strength that cannot be taken from them, clarity that guides every decision, and a calm mind that remains steady even in the midst of external chaos. Courage also requires persistence. Facing yourself is not a one-time event. It is a lifelong practice. Each day presents opportunities to observe your reactions, evaluate your choices, and confront the inner patterns that limit your peace. Each moment you choose honesty over denial, reflection over distraction, and self-responsibility over blame. You are paying the price for a deeper, more lasting peace. Over time, this courage reshapes your mind and heart. You no longer need external validation to feel secure. You no longer react impulsively to provocation or fear. You gain the ability to remain calm, focused, and grounded, no matter what challenges or conflicts appear in your life. In the end, the courage to face yourself is one of the greatest investments you can make in peace. It may be uncomfortable, demanding, and sometimes painful, but it is also liberating. True peace, the kind that is unshakable and permanent, cannot exist without it. Those who choose courage in self-reflection gain a clarity, strength, and calmness that becomes their natural state. They learn that the greatest battles are not with the outside world, but within themselves, and that victory within brings the truest freedom and peace. Part 5. The value of patience. Peace is not a destination that can be reached instantly, nor is it a feeling that appears by chance. It requires patience. Life does not change overnight, and neither does the mind. Achieving a state of calm and clarity is a gradual process that unfolds over time. The journey toward peace is slow, often requiring consistent effort, day after day. It is not enough to practice calmness once or twice. True peace is built through persistence, through repeated choices to respond with awareness rather than react impulsively. Each time you pause before speaking in anger, each time you forgive someone who hurt you, each time you let go of a lingering resentment, you are paying the price for inner peace. These moments, though small on their own, accumulate over time and create a strong foundation for lasting calm. Patience is also essential because setbacks are inevitable. No matter how disciplined or self-aware you become, old habits and emotions can return unexpectedly. Doubts, fears, and irritations will arise, testing your commitment to peace. These moments are not failures. They are opportunities to strengthen your mind and reinforce your calm. Patience allows you to navigate these challenges without becoming frustrated or giving up. It teaches you to remain steady even when life feels uncertain or difficult. Over time, your persistence develops resilience, the kind that cannot be shaken by temporary problems or external chaos. Another powerful lesson patience teaches is humility. It reminds us that we cannot control everything. Many people believe that control equals peace. They try to manage every situation, every person, and every outcome in their lives. But true peace is not about control. It is about acceptance. It is about understanding that life unfolds according to its own rhythm, and your role is not to resist it, but to navigate it wisely and calmly. Patience helps you let go of the illusion that you can dictate every result, and instead, focus on your actions, your responses, and your mindset. Patience may feel uncomfortable at first. It can seem boring or frustrating when progress is slow or when life throws repeated challenges at you. But it is in this discomfort that real growth occurs. Each time you practice patience, you build strength, discipline, and mental endurance. You develop a calm confidence that no external circumstance can disturb. Your mind becomes a sanctuary of steady focus and clear thinking, rather than a battlefield of impulses and reactions. In the end, patience is the backbone of peace. It transforms fleeting moments of calm into a lasting state of resilience and balance. It teaches humility, strengthens character, and allows you to face life with confidence. The price of patience may be time, effort, and repeated practice, but the reward is profound. Peace, once cultivated through patience, becomes unshakable, and you gain the ability to navigate life with wisdom, calm, and strength. Part 6. The Rewards of Peace. When you pay the price of peace, the rewards are extraordinary and life-changing. Peace is not just the absence of conflict. It is the presence of clarity, calmness, and freedom in every aspect of your life. One of the first benefits you will notice is clarity in decision-making. When your mind is calm and disciplined, you are no longer clouded by fear, anger, or impulsive emotions. You can think clearly, assess situations carefully, and make choices that align with your values and long-term goals. Decisions that once seemed stressful or overwhelming will become simpler because you are approaching them from a place of inner strength rather than emotional reaction. Another remarkable reward of peace is the improvement in your relationships. When you are calm, you no longer react to people out of fear, anger, or insecurity. You listen more, understand better, and respond with thoughtfulness instead of impulsive emotion. This ability to remain composed, even during conflict, naturally attracts respect and trust from others. People are drawn to those who are calm and strong because such presence brings stability and reassurance. You do not need to demand respect, prove yourself, or fight for approval. Calmness and strength become magnets for positive relationships, and people begin to appreciate you for your steadiness and wisdom rather than superficial achievements or appearances. Peace also brings health and well-being. Your body and mind are deeply connected, and when your mind is calm, your stress levels decrease. You will sleep better, think more clearly, and experience less tension and anxiety. Simple joys that were once overlooked, like a quiet morning, a conversation with a loved one, or a walk in nature, become more vivid and meaningful. Peace allows you to fully experience life without being trapped in constant worry, anger, or distraction. Most importantly, peace gives you freedom. It is freedom from stress, fear, and anger. It is freedom from the chaos and unpredictability of life that once seemed to control you. When you cultivate inner peace, you no longer feel like a victim of circumstances. You can face challenges with confidence, love deeply without attachment to outcomes, and act wisely without being controlled by impulse. This freedom is the most valuable reward of all, because it allows you to live fully and authentically. The journey to peace may require sacrifice, effort, and patience, but the rewards are worth every moment. Freedom, clarity, improved relationships, better health, and the ability to find joy in simple moments are gifts that cannot be bought or borrowed. They come only to those who are willing to pay the price. When you choose peace, you choose a life of balance, strength, and profound fulfillment. The investment is high, but the reward is extraordinary. Peace transforms not just your mind, but your entire life, and it allows you to live with wisdom, calm, and freedom that nothing external can take away. Part 7. Living a peaceful life. Living a peaceful life does not mean avoiding challenges or pretending that everything is perfect. Peace is not the absence of problems. It is the ability to face life's difficulties with clarity, calmness, and wisdom. It is about responding to situations thoughtfully rather than reacting impulsively. Peace is not a passive state. It requires active effort. It requires controlling your mind, prioritizing calm over temporary satisfaction, and making conscious choices every day that protect your inner balance. Those who live in peace understand that moments of discomfort, frustration, or conflict are not obstacles to avoid, but opportunities to strengthen their mind and character. A peaceful life also requires daily practice. It is built through small, consistent actions, not through occasional moments of serenity. Practicing forgiveness, patience, and self-discipline every day allows peace to become a natural part of who you are. When someone offends or disappoints you, you must choose not to react impulsively. When you face setbacks or challenges, you must respond with awareness rather than frustration. Each choice to act calmly, to let go of resentment, and to focus on solutions rather than problems reinforces your inner strength. Over time, these choices accumulate and form a resilient foundation for lasting peace. Facing yourself honestly and courageously is another essential part of living peacefully. You cannot escape your inner thoughts, emotions, and patterns by ignoring them. True peace comes from confronting yourself, acknowledging your fears, mistakes, and limitations, and learning to respond wisely. Every day offers opportunities to practice this self-awareness. Each moment of reflection, each decision to pause before reacting, each time you accept responsibility for your emotions, is a step toward a deeper and more lasting peace. The more consistently you practice this, the easier it becomes. Your calm becomes a habit, not a temporary state, and you begin to approach life with greater clarity and confidence. Eventually, living a peaceful life transforms not just your mind, but your entire experience of the world. Chaos, conflict, and stress may still exist around you, but they no longer disturb your inner state. You become a source of calm for yourself and for others. Your presence offers stability and reassurance, even in difficult situations. People naturally gravitate toward your strength and composure. Peace allows you to act thoughtfully, love deeply, and navigate life with confidence. It becomes a powerful foundation that supports your growth, relationships, and happiness. Ultimately, Living a peaceful life is a lifelong journey, not a destination. It requires continuous effort, self-awareness, and discipline. But the rewards are profound. Peace transforms, challenges into lessons, chaos into clarity, and everyday moments into opportunities for growth. When peace becomes your natural state, you are no longer controlled by circumstances, other people, or fleeting emotions. You move through the world with strength, wisdom, and a calm presence that nothing external can disturb. Conclusion: why peace is worth the price. The price of peace is high, but it is the most valuable investment you can ever make in your life. Peace is not free. It requires honesty with yourself, discipline in your thoughts, patience in the face of challenges, courage to confront your inner fears, and the ability to let go of anger, resentment, and unrealistic expectations. It asks you to face discomfort, admit mistakes, and accept reality as it is, not as you wish it were. Few are willing to pay this price, and that is why true peace is rare. Most people choose convenience, distraction, or temporary comfort instead of the effort needed to cultivate calm and clarity. But those who are willing to pay the cost discover rewards that go far beyond material success. They gain a mind that is steady, a heart that is light, and a life that is rich in purpose and fulfillment. At English Achieve, we believe that inner peace is not just a goal, it is a daily practice. Every moment you choose calm over reaction, forgiveness over resentment, patience over frustration, and understanding over judgment, you are investing in your own freedom. This freedom cannot be bought with money, fame, or possessions. It allows you to live fully, act wisely, and face life with confidence and strength. It gives you clarity in decisions, resilience in challenges, and serenity even in moments of chaos. Peace is a choice, a practice, and a journey. It begins the moment you decide to take responsibility for your mind and emotions. Start paying the price today by embracing patience, self-discipline, and courage. With each step, your mind becomes calmer, your heart becomes lighter, and your life transforms. The effort is worth every sacrifice because true peace is priceless, and once earned, it becomes your greatest source of strength and freedom.